So, it's been 4 years. 4 years of us waiting for The Last of Us Part 2. Well, if you want to get technical, it's been 3.5 years, because they announced it in December 2016, but you get what I'm saying. At this point, most of us have PTSD from thinking, just even considering the possibility of this game being delayed again. So, let's talk about it.
Subscribe to Breakthrough Gaming and get your chance to win a copy, limited copy, Last of Us 2, which I'm not in.
The hug.
Man. There you go, buddy.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Keep watching.
Alright, so you guys should have seen me when I was talking about coronavirus all over my Instagram. It was right around mid-February when I began posting my Instagram stories, and truth be told, I mean, not to sound like an asshole, but no, yeah, I'm definitely going to sound like an asshole for this one. I've literally just been making fun of people left and right. You know, anybody walks into my store in Central Florida, and a single customer coughs, and then everyone starts to panic and overlook their shoulders. I make fun of that. But let me also admit, and I'll be the first one to correct myself and apologize if I offended anyone, that coronavirus has turned out to be a lot more serious than people expected. As a matter of fact, I was that one person that would completely deny the existence of any virus at all and would just blame it on the government and God knows how many other conspiracies. But the truth is that regardless of what the public narrative is, regardless whether the statistics are real, whether people are actually dying or they're not dying, regardless of what is, really going on behind the scenes in terms of the public system that we have, this capitalist system that we have in the US and in the rest of the world, it is slowly but surely going downhill. People are out of jobs, schools are closed. Hell, even my courthouse near me is closed. So I mean, if you are not able to execute a warrant from someone that has to go to jail because the courthouse is closed, there's no court date, there's no appointment for you to receive your charges or plead, guilty or not guilty. If prisoners are off the hook, then that tells me to a certain degree that perhaps things are going downhill a little bit faster than what we expected. People are comparing this to the Great Recession of the early 1900s. People are comparing this to 5 times worse than the recession that we had in 2008, 2009, 2010, which was one of the greatest things that ever happened to me, but it quite frankly ruined everybody else's lives. And the reason why I say it was a great thing is because I managed to get a house for $110,000, which is not worth $1/3 but that's besides the point. The point I'm trying to make here is that things are looking fucking horrible. Alright, well, all jokes aside that, let's talk about The Last of Us Part 2 and why the lizard people that control the government are single-handedly gonna fuck up this release date once again for us. Simple as this, guys. Let's look at it from a financial and from a dollar point of view. At the end of the day, the goal of any company, regardless of what good heart or what good intentions they have, the goal is always to make profit. Now, if we are in circumstances where this continues to go downhill, this continues to be a stretch, this continues to affect people's jobs, people's kids, their inability to go to school, adding more stress, adding more anxiety, adding more fear onto the public and the common man and the common civilian man or woman. If this continues down the path in which it is continuing to continue, then I can confidently say that The Last of Us Part 2 will not be coming out May 29th, 2020. Now, I say that with a lot of regret, but at the same time, it's something that I do want to announce and make public before everyone gets even more shocked or surprised as time continues to pass and they continue to hope for The Last of Us Part 2 to be coming out in May 29th of 2020. Now, I know these news are very sad for a lot of people, which is why I want to add the disclaimer, as in, don't shoot the messenger. I'm simply here giving you guys my honest opinion from a realistic and an objective point of view, trying to be as unbiased as possible. But due to the circumstances in which the world is currently in, it just would not make sense for Naughty Dog to drop the biggest project that they have had for a century. Meanwhile, all this is happening. It wouldn't make sense. Am I underestimating Naughty Dog's ability to make sales? Am I saying that they wouldn't get customers? Am I saying that they would not break records because of this pandemic called the coronavirus? Not at all. I am more than confident that Naughty Dog could get to its desired numbers for The Last of Us Part 2 with or without a coronavirus, but I'm also not going to be blind to the fact that money runs the world, and at the end of the day, profit is any company's main objective. So I do think that The Last of Us Part 2 has the ability to break records with or without a coronavirus, but I also know for a fact that it will be impacted in a negative way if it's also released around the time that all this is happening with this huge pandemic. So I hope that concludes everything for today's video. I hope that you have no more questions in regards to the release date for The Last of Us Part 2. I will be keeping you guys up to date if there's anything that changes. And remember, as of now, The Last of Us Part 2 is coming out May 29. Let's see what happens with the coronavirus. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm Breakthrough Gaming, your #1 source for The Last of Us Part 2. Don't forget that we're hosting a giveaway for 30 copies of The Last of Us Part 2. All you gotta do is be subscribed to the channel and follow me on my social media. I'll catch you guys on the next one.